Hello everyone, welcome to the Lafontaine Classic Car YouTube. This is a 66 GTO and today we're going to be going over it, popping the hood, showing you the underside up on a hoist, and of course driving the car. Thank you for tuning in. Feel free to like and subscribe and we'll get right into it. So as you could probably see, this car is very easy on the eyes, and this is not a color you see every day. This is a rare reef turquoise, optioned here in 66. And just like we like to start these videos off, we're gonna get you right under the hood here. The release is right here. And we have one more latch right there. A little bit about this car. It has been fully rotisserie restored in the early 2000s, and it's had very few miles put on it since. This is the original 389. It's been entirely rebuilt with all the correct goodies, and then there's been one upgrade, and that is the tri-power on top. Yes, this is an original 4-barrel car, but they hooked it up. Tri-power is very fun. Some of you guys have probably experienced it. If you haven't, we'll show you here in a minute. There's a reason people want this setup. It's got a lot of get up. The satin finish all throughout here, that black satin paint looks very even, looks super OEM. The decal here on that fan shroud cover, the valve covers, the painted motor, I mean, it's all very right. They even got the right tower hose clamps on all this stuff. They got the proper Delco lid on that newer battery. They really did a smooth job, even keeping it with all the proper hardwares. Nothing's mixed and matched. There's a lot of attention to detail. And I spent some time driving this car around and getting to know it a little bit earlier. Everything, just popping the hood, closing the hood, opening the doors, rolling windows. This thing is really well done, and sometimes it's hard to portray that over film here. You got to be in person, but we're going to try to nail it today because this sucker is as close to a 10 as it can be. So I hope we nail it. We'll carry on down the side of this car. It is laser straight. I've combed this car with a magnet. I welcome you to as well because it is really thin and nice paints all over the place. There are no trouble sections, and it is all super solid metal. Take a look at the gap on the doors here. They're very solid. And just like that, those doors open up with no hesitation, no grief, no fussing with anything. There's a wood wheel in there, a Hurst shifter, these black buckets. There's some more details in that interior I want to cover with you guys in a few. But we will continue on with the exterior of the car because we still have a lot to cover. This black pinstripe that goes down the car, I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but it pops the GTO badges with the black lettering inside of there. It look very good. You got these red lines on the tires. The chrome is all damn near perfect. Man, yeah, the bright work alone we could have a conversation about, but they nailed it. I really dig the taillight lenses on these 66s, and this car, again, has some 10 out of 10s. So I'm a little bit geeked up about this. You don't get to do a car like this too often. This is a very high level piece. Yeah, let me show you the passenger door too while we're here and doing this. Sorry, Joey. 2 for 2, man. Look at just that piece of Fisher trim, the way the carpet's all tucked in there. That hardware is super flush and flat. Everything we have in here, damn, look at this, guys. Nothing's missing. It's all stainless hardware. Damn. And tight like a glove, and we carry on. Now is the time to give you the grand tour of the interior in the 66. Guys, this car is just like it would be coming off the showroom, down to the fine details, the way it all feels, the smells, the touch. This is like in mint condition wood wheel on here. That Pontiac lens is very clear. All of my gauges, guys, the lenses are incredibly clear. The bezels around are bright and flawless. And the good news is all this stuff works for you. We've already gone through it and checked it out, and it is really, really right. We have a little ashtray here that is very clean. Hazard light pole down here below. Our parking brake release, a couple other dials up here to work wipers and lights and a few other gizmos. We have our nice and tall Hurst shifter here. This is an original 4-speed car with the console. And right under here we have a very, very tidy glove compartment with center console. And while we're back here, these belts, something you don't see all too often. These belts are in lovely shape. We got the little Fisher carriage on there. And what I really want to show you is this right here. You notice the date on those. These are from 1966. These are the original belts. This is crazy. The original belts. Look at the condition. There's just a little bit of fraying on this. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. The headliner in here is very awesome. The visors match and are in wonderful shape and hold firm. While we're looking up here, you notice we have a dome light. That's very normal. What isn't so common, I never see this, and we do plenty of GTOs and we love and adore them. We have the reading lights too, one for the driver and one for the passenger. That is a very unique option. Not many have them. I rarely see these in person, maybe once or twice. The rear bench is in perfect condition. The rear windows do roll up and down real nice. The sun deck up there is all tight fabric, and the glass and all the trim around it looks really, really good. Usually these panels are a trouble spot for them, and they tend to sag. These ones are held tight and in really good shape. So it's cool, not only, these seats do fold forward for your rear passengers to get in, but if you want to give them a little more room, these do move. There's a little lever on the left-hand side of them. Now we go for a cruise. Fires right up, that's very smooth. You see our light is on for the parking brake. Let me go ahead and release that brake. See our tack here. Oil pressure gauge moves with it as well. The water temp is starting to warm up. We got just over a half a tank of gas, and the odometer is showing 76,000 miles. Crazy. Guys, we're cruising through Milford, Michigan here. We're about to come up on the GM Proving Grounds. There's a lot of history here on these stomping grounds. These Pontiacs have been tearing up these roads for a long while, and I gotta tell you, it feels pretty cool to be in what is as close as you can get to a brand new off the showroom floor 66 here in 2021 today. So I'm having a moment. Come along with. This car feels so good. It rides so right. The gauges are working perfect. Everything just feels really wonderful. And I know that's easy to say, but damn is it hard to do, and I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. Come out here, drive this thing, send your toughest inspector. I don't care. This car will rock your socks. Yeah. And when it comes to doing cars like this, finding these NOS parts is not easy. The cost is not light, and the time is pretty mind-blowing. So we have an opportunity here today for you if you're interested in one of these cars and want to get something up this level. This is really a great opportunity for you. Now we have tri-power and 389 under the hood. We know we got a 4-speed. We haven't hit that tri-power yet, but I think we ought to here in a moment. This car is very tight. You can hear it and feel it for sure when those extra carbs hit on. This is a bad little girl. You see the GTOs that have the kittens and the cattails? This one is truly worthy. This thing is bad to the bone. I'm a broken record because it's like a new GTO. We're on the underside of this car now, and you can see the bottom is just as gorgeous as the top. This is how one of these would have rolled off back in the day. It is very, very clean. Everything is just how it should be, you know, to OEM specs. You see we got a nice sway bar here with new looking bushings. All the hardware is nice and zinc coated. I can't find any rust anywhere. There's no spots on the frame that look like they've been touched or tweaked. This is probably an accident-free car. It really shows to be. The underside of this 389 is dry. The transmission looks very, very good. And one thing too I like to see in here, we actually have a stainless exhaust. You know, that's a nice upgrade. A lot of these just have the galvanized pipe, which is good, but this is gonna last forever. It sounds better, and it just goes to show you that no expense was spared. The floor pan in this car looks perfect. There's no spots where a jack threw it up and dented it all up. This looks very, very nice. And again, what you get out of a level of restoration like this, a full rotisserie job. Coming back a little further, it looks like we got new cables on that parking brake. This rear differential is looking all big and fat. There's no drips or drops anywhere underneath it. And you have the little tag on there for the limited slip. Shocks look good. These rear drums look like they've been rebuilt as well. And then that exhaust makes its way out the back around this newer gas tank and exits in your two factory locations. The rockers, the bottom half of these quarters, and the front and rear bumpers all look very good. We've combed this car and can't find any flaws down here. Thank you for checking out this video, and if you made it this far, you might be interested in knowing a little bit more. You might even want to make this thing yours. Well, I'm here to tell you it's very simple and how to take the first step. The number to dial is 248-714-2110. We will take lovely care of you. We finance, we ship them all over the world. You name it, we can make it happen. And one last thing to note too, guys. The link to view all of the pictures and all the details on our website is going to be clickable right in the description of this video here. So it'll be just below a little bit. And then lastly, thank you from Lafontaine Classic Cars. Like, subscribe, follow us all over the place. It is greatly appreciated. And we look forward to seeing you in the Classic. Bye-bye now.